What's up, Chaos Nation? Big Rob here, coming to you from the Valley of the Clouds. We're balmy 83 degrees, but we're upright. Happy to be here. Honored to bring you this video. I've been MIA for a little bit, focusing on my Instagram, my X account, only because on this channel here, I've dabbled with a little bit of politics and it just doesn't catch. More fitness-related stuff for bodybuilding is what this channel was intended for years ago. But like I said, it's gotten really stale. I don't want to just keep talking about the same characters. They're boring to me. They're irrelevant in society. They're nobodies. They're has-beens. And I'm mainly talking about the Cali Muscles and the Wes Watsons of the world, degenerates, wannabe gangbangers, felons, those that aren't really making anything happen positively besides talking about it, taking people's money, selling them snake oil, meanwhile they're taking the needle, and all the while contributing to society on a zero basis. Walk around on the streets, no one knows who they are, just another guy juiced up out of their gourd. And that's why I just find it where it's like, I know some people really gravitate towards it, they want to know the latest, but these guys are, like I just said a few seconds ago, just nobodies, and talking about them all the time and trying to figure out this and that and the third, like a big boy. Really don't care. In the grand scheme of things, no one really knows who the strength cartel is besides a little niche society in fitness. And like I said, it's a shame because a lot of potential to do good things, and instead, ran amok of the whole entire game with all this extra stuff that they've done. So, like I said, I know a lot of people want to see their downfall, and they're relevant when it comes to fitness and all that stuff into it. But in the grand scheme of things, they're nobodies. So, like I said, I really just didn't, want to keep making videos about them. And there's more to talk about, but more so not in the fitness world. There's current events going on. There's things that are happening all around us that really actually, take place in real time, real life, and they're things that actually affect you and I. And that's what I'd rather talk about. I know some people have a really tough time digesting and understanding politics. They think they need to be one way or the other. And some people just don't like it. They don't even like to talk religion. And on to another story as well. With celebrity gossip, I know it's big, people love it, but it really is irrelevant to your life. Do you really care what happens to Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whatever name he wants to go by? You already know the guy is who he is. He's another one of those Cali Muscles, Wes Watsons. It's just he had a lot of money, he had a lot of influence, a lot of power, and did a lot of bad stuff to a lot of people. Some people actually just went along to get along, and when they got cut off, that's where he got popped. So, like I said, you can tune into that. The TMZ's always been big, but in the grand scheme of things, what's it actually do for you, right? So, understanding your taxes, understanding how the stock market works, understanding how to balance a checkbook, those things aren't talked about because they're boring. But everyone wants to be successful, yet you don't talk about success. You're too busy talking about those that pretend to be successful, but they're just snake oil salesmen. So I think we need to change the subject. We need to find something better to talk about, and let these guys just, fade away and be washed up like they are. Old dudes that have been around for a while. And, I'm interested in the next best thing, the next big thing. That's what I'd like to see. The younger generation, somebody step up to the plate, do good things, make a badass supplement line, have some awesome apparel, and not do it just for the sake of supplements, but do it for the sake of helping people get to the next level, and bring back that energy. I don't know. Can it happen? Maybe, maybe not. But talking about the same clowns, going nowhere just to get some views, it's fun once in a while, but it can't be all the time, and some of the bigger channels out there, they live on it. They live or die by every word they say. Man, it's just life is just too much. There's just too much more to life than just talking about these, like I said, has-beens and degenerates of society. In the grand scheme of things, like I said, if you walk by them on a street, you wouldn't even know who they are unless you knew who they are, kind of thing. And that goes for most of us, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. That other lifestyle of being super rich and famous and not being able to go outside without security or armed guards, that's a rough life. There's a balance. And like I said, to each his own, but got to change the subject. And like I said, somebody step up. My time, I'm on to other things. I'm doing other things. I eventually want to resurrect chaos nutrition, bring it back to really helping people like we used to. But the days of like sponsored athletes and getting people to work for your brand, that's kind of over. Nobody's really doing it. I've got some OGs that are always down for it. I know who you are. Trust me, I see you. You're still working. You're good people. Some of you are really close friends. You're on my Facebook. That's the crew I do it with. Other than that, though, if I'm not helping people, I'm not really interested. So that's where I've kind of been. That's where my mindset's been. And honestly, man, the growth of my Instagram and the growth elsewhere has been exponential. It's been awesome. Collaborating, working with others that are like-minded. That's what I find to be most beneficial. And then I see the change in people. I see that they're getting educated, they're learning, and they're understanding the method to the madness. And it's always cool when you find your flock, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm doing the work that I need to be doing by helping others wake up, rather than talk about some has-beens that, honestly nobody cares about. So I'm going to bring a little bit more politics to this channel. If I lose some subscribers, that's okay. I'll gain others. It's just, like I said, my time is invested elsewhere, where I'm seeing the growth and the potential. Not doing it for a paycheck. I'm doing it to literally help people. Always have, always will be. God's blessed me in other ways where I'm okay. So I don't need to be out here pandering to get views. To those that do, that's awesome. That's what you got to do. Everyone's got to roll. Not hating on anybody. Just saying that's how I have to roll. So anyways, guys, I've rambled long enough. Told you what's going on. What I plan for the future. Things that I'm cooking on. Other than that, man, hope you guys are out there staying ride or die for yours. Keep doing whatever it takes to be successful. Within reason, don't scam and snake oil sales people. Try to do it the right way, the best you can. And sometimes you're going to fall by the wayside, but pick yourself back up and keep moving. Nothing's guaranteed. You got to go through it to get to it, man. So until next time, guys.